با عرض سلام. یک نشست اضطراری توی سازمان ملل داشتن، شورای امنیت سازمان ملل، برای همین مکانیزم ماشه رو که فعالش کردن که ببینن چجوری باش برخورد بکنن، تحریما رو برگردونن، تحریمای سازمان ملل و اینا رو، که البته چین و روسیه به طور کامل مخالفش بودن. از نظر اینا میگن تموم شده، اون به 2231 دیگه اصلا وجود نداره و تحریما مثلا هیچ موضوعیتی ندارن الان. و در این نشست مواضع خودشون رو اعلام کردن به صورت خیلی قطعی. من توی این ادامه این ویدیو یک صحبت‌های نماینده چین رو براتون میذارم که از ایران طرفداری کردن و این تحریم‌ها رو اینا رو همه رو غیر قانونی دونستن.
The JCPOA was once an important product of multilateral diplomacy endorsed by Security Council resolution. As a model for dispute resolution through dialogue and consultation, balancing the objectives of nuclear non-proliferation and peaceful use, it has played a key role in maintaining peace and stability in the Middle East. However, in 2018, the U.S. unilaterally withdrew from the agreement, imposed unilateral sanctions on Iran, exerted maximum pressure, and this June, along with Israel, brazenly attacked Iranian nuclear facilities under IAEA safeguards and monitoring, pushing the Iranian nuclear issue into a deep crisis. After the U.S. withdrawal, the E3 also imposed unilateral sanctions on Iran, not fulfilling their obligations under the agreement or exhausting the dispute resolution mechanism, and triggering the snapback mechanism after the attack on Iranian nuclear facilities, resulting in repeated escalation of tensions and confrontations between parties. The current situation in Iran is not what any party wishes to see. If allowed to fester, it will further undermine the authority and effectiveness of the international non-proliferation regime and jeopardize peace and stability in the Middle East. China calls on all parties concerned to act with a greater sense of urgency, demonstrate responsibility, restart the negotiation process as soon as possible, strive to reach consensus and achieve results. I would like to make the following points. First, a political solution is the only way out. This issue cannot be resolved through force or confrontation. All parties should remain calm and exercise restraint, properly manage differences through diplomacy and dialogue, and avoid a return to the vicious cycle of sanctions, pressure, and escalation. The U.S. should fully fulfill its responsibilities, demonstrate political sincerity, clearly commit not to use force against Iran, and take the initiative to resume negotiations with Iran. The E3 should refrain from microphone diplomacy, play a positive role in easing tensions and bridging differences, and honor their commitment to a diplomatic solution. Second, upholding fairness and justice is a basic principle. Despite unfair treatment, Iran has repeatedly reaffirmed the peaceful nature of its nuclear program, emphasized that it had no intention of developing nuclear weapons, and has actively engaged with all parties to seek solutions. The experience of the JCPOA proves that the Iranian nuclear issue can be properly resolved through comprehensive and strict safeguards and monitoring. China calls on the countries concerned to objectively view the difficulties Iran faces in restoring safeguards and verification, and to value Iran's good faith and positive efforts, rather than making one-sided accusations, exerting pressure, and causing disruptions. Third, dialogue on an equal footing is the fundamental way forward. Any solution must fully respect Iran's legitimate rights as a state party to the NPT, a nuclear weapon state, and ensure the peaceful nature of its nuclear program. Parties concerned should respect each other's legitimate security concerns, ease tensions, and build mutual trust through dialogue and an equal footing, and find an early solution that meets the expectations of the international community. A certain country should refrain from using the Iranian nuclear talks to advance its geopolitical agenda or linking the Iranian nuclear issue with other issues, as it will only disrupt the negotiation process and undermine diplomatic efforts. Fourth, a favorable atmosphere is essential. Recently, regional countries have been actively promoting the resumption of talks. China supports all efforts to restart negotiations and believes this is also the position of the vast majority of Council members. The Council should play a constructive role to allow time and space for diplomatic efforts and create a positive atmosphere for restarting negotiations. Relevant countries should stop escalating sanctions and inciting confrontation and stop abusing the Council to impose unilateral punishment on Iran. President, as a permanent member of the Council and a party to the JCPOA, China has always played a constructive role on the Iranian nuclear issue, actively promoting peace through dialogue. For some time now, China has maintained close communication at various levels with all parties concerned and has repeatedly sent letters to the UN and the IAEA to clarify its position and call for the maintenance of the political and diplomatic process. Together with Russia, China has proposed a draft resolution on the technical rollover of Security Council Resolution 2231. China will continue to work all parties to promote the early resumption of negotiations, advance a political solution to the Iranian nuclear issue, uphold international nuclear non-proliferation regime, and promote peace and stability in the Middle East. I thank you, President.